Good morning, children. Welcome to our English class. In last class, we discussed about adjective and its types. Today in our class, we are going to learn about adjectives and degrees of comparison. So, you know already that adjectives describe people and things. But you know one thing, children? Adjectives are also used to compare between persons and things. So, adjectives are used to compare the things and persons and also people. So, how can we compare? Let us see. Mohan, I am reading out 3 kinds of sentences for you. Listen carefully. Mohan is a kind boy. Second sentence, Mohan is kinder than Shyam. Third one is, Mohan is the kindest boy in the class. So, there are 3 degrees of comparison in the adjectives. So, what are they? Positive, comparative and superlative. So, the base form of adjective is the positive degree of adjective. What is a positive degree of adjective? That is, here in these sentences, first one is positive degree. That is, giving a statement. Mohan is a kind boy. What kind of boy is Mohan? He is a kind boy. That is in positive degree of comparison. So, here in positive degree, we will not compare any person or animal or thing with anyone. So, no comparison will be there in the positive degree, and that is considered as the base form of adjective. Next, in the second sentence, Mohan's kindness is being compared to the kindness of Shyam. The adjective kinder is used to compare, and it is said to be in a comparative degree. Next, in third sentence, Mohan is the kindest boy in the class. Mohan's kindness is being compared to that of everyone else in the class. So, the adjective kindest is in superlative degree here in the third sentence. So, what did we learn? Kind will become kinder in the comparative degree and kindest in the superlative degree. So, the adjective will change its form in comparison and superlative degrees. Okay, but in the first sentence, the adjective kind is in only positive degree. Nothing is added to that adjective. So, it is a base. Okay, next. So, what did we learn? The base form of an adjective is said to be in a positive degree. So, what is the base form of adjective? It is positive degree. It makes no comparison. And the comparative degree of adjective compares 2 persons, animals or things. So, if you see any sentence that is being used, or if you see any adjective that is used to compare between 2 persons or animals or things, you should understand that the adjective is in comparative degree. The sentence is in comparative degree, and in comparative degree we use the word than to compare 2 persons or animals or things. Here in this sentence, see, Mohan is kinder than Shyam. So, if you see than, it is which kind of form is it in? It is in comparative degree of adjective. Next, what is the rule for superlative degree then? See, the superlative degree of adjective compares more than 2 persons, animals or things. So, what did you understand, children? if we are comparing between any two persons or any two animals or any two things, we use the comparative degree. So comparison will be between two persons only. And if we want to say, if we want to compare one person or one animal or one thing with the remaining all, we should use the superlative degree. What is the superlative degree in these sentences? The third one. See, the third sentence we used kindest. It is the superlative. It is in superlative degree. Kindest. So the adjective kindest is used in the superlative degree in the third sentence. So when will we use the third form, that is superlative degree? If we want to say or if we want to compare any person or animal or thing with the remaining all, we use the superlative degree. And when we will use comparative degree to compare between any two persons, any two animals, any two things, we use comparative degree. And in positive degree, no comparison will take place. It is a kind of statement, giving a statement. Okay, did you understand, children? Yeah. So let us see how can we form the comparative and superlative degrees. See, most adjectives, to get the comparative form, we can add er to that. And if we want to get the superlative degree, est is added for most of the adjectives. So the rule to get the comparative degree is to add er to the positive degree. That is, tall is the positive form of adjective. So if we add er to the tall, tall, tall is in positive degree. And if we add er after tall, tall, that is in comparative degree. So if we add er to any adjective, we will get comparative degree of adjective. So how can we get the superlative degree? By adding est. So see here, tall, taller, tallest. Tall is positive, taller is comparative, and tallest is the superlative degree. Like that. Large, larger, largest. Hard, harder, hardest. Normally we get the comparative and superlative degrees by adding to the adjective er, we get the comparative, and est to the adjective, we will get the superlative degree. So, but some exceptions will always be there in English. Okay, we should remember them. We should keep them in our mind. Like tasty is there. The adjective tasty. Here in comparative degree, we should remove that y. tasty is there, no? We should remove the y and add ier to get the comparative degree. Tasty will become tastier in comparison, and it will become tastiest in the superlative form. So iest is added here to get the superlative degree. So tasty, tastier, tastiest. So mostly we'll get the comparative by adding er, and est we get the superlative. But some exceptions will also be there. And we should remember that some adjectives like perfect, round, square and unique, they don't have any comparative and superlative degrees. Okay, children, remember it. Next, and there are some more adjectives which they are not formed. Comparative or superlative degrees can't be formed by adding er or est or ier or iest. So in order to get the comparative degree, we should add more before the comparative and most before the superlative. For example, difficult. We should not say difficulter, difficultest we should not say. We should use more before comparative. That is, keeping the adjective like that, just we should add more before difficult. That is, more difficult in comparison degree and most difficult in the superlative degree, like wonderful, more wonderful, most wonderful, intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent, hardworking, more hardworking, most hardworking, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. These are some examples. Okay, and some adjectives entirely will change the form in comparative and superlative degree, like good, better, best, word, bad, worse, worst, like that. Okay, children, so remember them also. And one more rule we should remember, that is, we should not use both comparative and superlative degrees in the same sentence. I will give you here one example is given. My parrot is noisier than my dog is correct, because we are comparing our parrot with the dog. So we are using noisier here. So it is in comparative degree only. And we added than. So it is correct form of expressing our comparison. See, my pet parrot is noisier than my dog is correct. But we should not use both the comparative and superlative degrees in the same sentence. That is, see, my pet parrot is more noisier than my dog. That is wrong way of expression. Here we did not use a superlative form, but we used two different forms of comparison. That is, we added more here and we changed the noise into noiser. So here it is a wrong way of using comparison. Next, here in the next example, Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system is correct, because it is the biggest planet. So we used the biggest. But we should not say that Jupiter is the most biggest planet. Already we changed the big into biggest. Big will become biggest. Big, bigger, biggest. So it is already in the superlative form. We need not add or we should not add most before the superlative. That is already in superlative, so there is no need of adding any adjective before that. Okay, Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system is correct. So two times we should not use any or two different forms in the same sentence. Okay, yeah, remember this also, children. And while using old and eldest, old is used for persons or things. Okay, it can be used when describing two persons or things. But elder or eldest, that adjective is used for persons of the same family. So if we want to say or compare two persons of the same family, we should use elder or eldest, younger or youngest. Okay, so these are some rules which are needed to be followed while forming comparative and superlative degrees, children. So remember them, and some exercises are given in your textbook. I will post the notes for you. Just write the notes in the textbook clearly and learn the comparisons and superlative degrees. Okay, learn them. So while writing itself, you should learn the forms. I'm saying about forming the comparative and superlative degrees. Okay, I think here I will give some examples. I think swans are dash than ducks. We should use pretty here. So how can we identify, how can we change positive degree into comparative? Just we learnt that we should add than and we should change the positive degree into comparative. So what is the positive form here? Pretty. Pretty is already in the positive form. So we should change it into comparative. How can we change it? Just pretty is changed into prettier when it becomes comparative. So in comparative degree, pretty will become prettier. So than is used in this sentence. So we understood that it is in comparative degree. So we changed the positive degree into comparative. So what is the answer here? I think swans are prettier than ducks. So pretty became prettier. So that is the answer. And one more thing, one more sentence I will read. This is the dash question of all. So we should use the adjective difficult. So is it correct to use difficult here? This was the difficult question of all. It is wrong because it is in the positive degree. So difficult is in the positive degree, and here if we observe, this is the given here. So the, when will we use the, children? Yes, in the superlative degree only we use the before adjective. So when you see the here, you should understand that it is in the superlative degree, and we should change that adjective into superlative form. So what is the superlative degree of difficult? More is comparative. More difficult is comparative, and most difficult is the superlative. So here correct answer is, this was the most difficult question of all. Okay, like that you should identify how we need to write the answers. Okay, I will give you one more example. Our team was dash than the other team, so it won the match. Listen carefully. Our team was dash than the other team, so it won the match. So good is given in the bracket. So we should change that good either to superlative, either to count comparative or superlative. How can we identify whether we should change it to comparative or superlative? Just we should observe the sentence. If the is given before the blank, it is we should change it into superlative, and than is given in the sentence, we should change it into comparative. So here what is given, children? I will read the sentence once more for you. Just you can open page number 44. If you are not able to remember my sentence, you can see in the textbook, it is in A, exercise A, and the sixth blank. Our team was dash than the other team, so it won the match. So how can we understood that here than is given, so it is in which degree? Yes, in comparative degree. So we should change the good into comparative. What is the comparative form of good? Better. Yes. So our team was better than the other team, so it won the match. So like this we should identify whether we should change that adjective into comparative or to superlative degree. And one more example. Diamond is the dash of all natural substances. Here hard is given in the bracket. So the adjective hard is in positive degree. So we should once again check the sentence. Diamond is the diamond is the dash of all substances. So hard, the is given here. So we understood that it is in superlative degree only we use the. So we should change the hard, adjective hard, into its superlative degree. What is the superlative degree for hard? Hard, harder, hardest. So diamond is the hardest of all the substances. So now did you understand how we need to identify or change the adjectives into comparative and superlative degrees? Okay children, remember them. Okay, yeah. So with this we have completed the adjectives and degrees of comparison. Just now we learned how can we compare between two persons and a person with the remaining all. Okay children, once again go through this watch the video once again if you don't understand. Okay, that's all for today's class. I will post the answers for the remaining exercises or all exercises in the group. So without fail, you write down in the textbook neatly and learn them. Okay children, bye.